Hello, everyone. My name is Gabe Mendez. Today is February 9th, 2023, and we're discussing the 5 characteristics of a top-performing agent. Why is this important for us to understand the characteristics of a top-performing agent? The reason this is important because if we know the characteristics, then we can easily duplicate them. Let me give you an example. If you're a chef and you want to bake a delicious chocolate cake, that's what you want to do. If you want to do that, well, it's easy. All you have to do is find the best recipe for a chocolate cake, and then you duplicate that. But you can't duplicate the world's best chocolate cake if you don't have the ingredients and you don't have the recipe. Same thing in business. Let me tell all of you one thing. I have not earned under $1 million in GCI in real estate in the last 3 years. Last 3 years, over $1 million in GCI. And I don't say that to like, oh man, he's so cool and all that stuff. I tell you guys that because I found out what it took to become an agent that can earn over $1 million, that can sell over 100 houses, that can build a sales team in multiple states. I didn't know those ingredients before. I didn't know that I had to read and work out and discipline. I didn't know that I had to have a calendar dialed in. I didn't know that I needed to have 3 or 4 coaches on retainer at all time pouring into me. I didn't know those ingredients. But if someone had told me this is the ingredients, I would have done it a lot sooner in my career. I would have been crushing it way sooner in my career had I known that. The reason I became successful short on was because of strictly one thing, and that was hustle and hard work. That gets tiring. How many days can you wake up really early and show a bunch of houses and close a bunch of deals until eventually you get burnt out? It's going to happen to everyone. So you need to know how to scale your business and how to grow. This is why today we're going to talk about the 5 characteristics of a top performing agent. I want to give you guys the cheat code, the blueprint to know what it takes to get to that next level. And if you can when you replicate exactly what I'm going to give you today, you're like, oh, wow, I didn't think about that when I speak. I didn't think about that when I dress. I didn't think about that. Now that you're cognizant and you're aware of it, now that you know those things, now we can go ahead and start to become those people. If you were on Monica Singer's training on Tuesday, she talked about be, do, have. Be, do, have. That's the recipe to success. First, you got to become the person. Then you got to go do the work, and then you will have the result afterwards. Let me say that one more time for all of you. The recipe is be, do, have. First, you got to become a good speaker. First, you have to become a good speaker. Then you have to believe that you can do it. Then you have to go out there and do the work, and then you will have the result. Let me tell you what a broke mindset has, or a poor. And poor, I don't mean money. Poor is an acronym. Poor means passing over opportunities regularly. That's what poor means. Passing over opportunities regularly. That's what poor means. So having a poor mindset says, well, once I have, then I'll be, and then I'll do. How many of us can relate to that statement? Well, man, only if I had $1 million. Well, if I finally get a listing, if I have a listing, I'll dress up like I can't wait to have $1 million listing so I can begin to dress up like $1 million listing agent. Ooh, come on, somebody. Come on, somebody, let's be honest. How many of us are like, oh man, I can't wait to have a great relationship with my, thank you, Elizabeth, for raising your hand. How many of us are like, oh, once I have thank you, Yaneli, once my wife has a better attitude, or once my husband has a better attitude, then I will be a better wife. I'll be a better spouse. Ooh, come on, somebody. I know that was a gut punch to some people too, right? Once I have it, then I'll do this, and then I'll become that. No. It's not have, be, do. It's do, be, have. That's how you gotta be, be, do, have. Become, do, then have. All right, enough on that. Let's talk about who you need to become and what you need to believe in order for you to have, do, and then have. All right, let's move on. Man, I wish I could see your guys' faces. Thank you so much for those things. Characteristic number 1, please, all of you, pencil and paper out. I want you guys taking notes. We already know the science of study shows us that you retain over 30% more information when you have a writing utensil in your hand and you put it onto a piece of paper. Studies show you retain 30% plus more information when you have a writing utensil and you put it on paper. So please have a piece of paper out, get ready to write. Give yourself the unfair advantage in business. Number 1, the number one characteristic, not number one characteristic, but one of 5 characteristics of a top performing agent is they care about dress. They care about the way they look. They're not, the attitude is not, oh, it doesn't matter. This is who I am. People are just going to appreciate me the way that I am or the way that I'm not. Maybe in some cases, and depending on the industry, yes. But what we're talking about becoming a top performing real estate agent here. If you want to get paid the big bucks, if you want to get paid the big money, then you need to show up on game day. You need to dress up like that. Let me ask you a question. If dress was not so important, why does the NFL, NBA, NCAA, why do they require you to dress up in a uniform if dress didn't matter so much? Why do union workers have to have uniforms? Why do private schools have to have uniforms? If dress does not matter, then why do attorneys show up in suits and ties and button-up shirts? Come on, somebody, let me hear it. Why do they do it if it doesn't matter? It's because it does. It's because it does. The way you dress up affects, there's something called, now get ready to take notes. I'm going to spit a bunch of fire. Ready to this? There's something called enclosed cognition. Enclosed cognition. Write that down. Enclosed cognition. It's the study of how attire makes you feel. It's the study of what you wear, how it affects the way that you react. There was a study done, I think it was at Brown University. They took 2 groups of people, Group A and Group B. They said, hey, Group A, we want you to perform these activities. Group B, we want you to perform these activities. They're the same activities. The only difference was with Group B, they gave them a lab coat agent. And they said, this is a doctor's lab coat. And they put it on Group B before they did the activity. Did you know at the end of that study, Group B outperformed Group A by over 40%. 40% better results on the same activity. The only difference was they were giving a coat and they were told it was a doctor's lab coat, a white coat. I want someone to jump in here and tell me why. If we put a doctor's white lab coat around you and said, hey, perform this study, someone tell me why. Go ahead, leaders, go first. Unmute yourself and talk. Go ahead. Can you guys not mute your hand? Unmute yourself.
Because it makes you feel like you're in that position, that you know, and just makes you feel like you're a doctor, but you're really not. But you start to act like it because you're feeling it.
Exactly it right there. I just let in a bunch of other people in the group with us right now. That's exactly it. It made you feel something. By a show of hands, all right? Get ready to type in the little thing. By show of hands, actually drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat right now. How many of us, when you are waking up in the morning, you have sweats on, girls, ladies, you have your hair in a little bun, it's off to the side, falling off a little bit, you got big glasses on, you got your chanclas on, and you're walking outside, how many of you feel like conquering the world? Like, oh, I'm ready to conquer the world. Or how many of you down below feel like, don't talk to me. I'm not in the mood. Like, I don't want anyone to see me. Oh shit, I know that girl. Excuse my language, sorry about that. Oh crap, I know that girl. And you walk the opposite direction, right? Drop it in the chat. How many of you guys, come on, let's see it. Let's see the truth.
I think the chat is disabled, Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat's disabled.
Oh, I can't stand this thing. You guys, okay, what about now? Can you guys test it now, please? Can you guys test it? Does it work now?
It says
I think the Q&A does work. Yeah.
It's anonymous, so for the Q&A.
Okay. Let me see if I can manipulate this in a second. Thank you guys for helping me out. Okay. You know what? I guess not. So I guess we're just gonna have to do Q&A. Is that what you guys are saying? Q&A?
Yeah, it's just anonymous, so you could just do that.
Okay. Well, I can see your names on here on the Q&A. I saw Giovanna said chat is disabled, Gabe, and Jen is saying test. So let's drop it into the Q&A section. By response, I want to see it in the chat right now. How many of us, when you wake up in the morning, fellas, same with you too, and you're all like, you know, crust in your eyes and all that kind of stuff, and you got a big baggy sweater and all that. Do you feel like going to a $5 million listing? Do you feel like showing up and conquering and picking up 3 listings that day? Is that how you feel? Come on, it makes a humongous difference. Absolutely not. You do not feel like doing that. This is why enclosed cognition is so important. Enclosed cognition. Characteristics. People care about the way they dress. So you have in-clothes cognition is the systematic influence that clothes have on the wearer's psychological process. Let me say that one more time. You guys can see that on the screen. In-clothes cognition, the systematic influence that clothes have on the wearer's psychological process. Wow. Wow, in-clothes cognition. So what you wear scientifically, science, this isn't hocus pocus. I'm not talking about wishful thinking here. I'm talking about what you wear legitimately, science, down to your body, the way that you think and feel subconsciously. It literally affects the way that you feel, and it affects the way that you show up. Drop into the chat. How many of you are like, whoa, I had no idea. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, maybe you had an idea, but now that you're hearing it out loud and you're seeing there's a science behind it, there's a study behind it, you're like, whoa, this is crazy, right? Like people are like, yeah, agree, feels better. Yes, Jen's like, wow, definitely not. Vienna's like, I don't feel like being in front of people. Now let's talk about something else when we're talking about clothing. Care about the way that you dress. The psychology of color. The psychology of color. Colors have a personality and psychological effect. They can affect your mood, your wants, your reactions, etc. Question for all of you guys. Question for everyone right now on the thing right now. Let's see here. What does the color blue mean? And the answer is obvious because it's right there in front of our faces. You can either drop into the chat or unmute yourself. What does the color blue mean? Give me like the top two answers.
Trust and honesty.
Trust and honesty. I love it. What do you guys think white means? Go ahead. Unmute yourself and drop it in the chat. White. I can't hear you guys. Drop it in the chat or say it. What do you guys believe the color white represents? What does that mean?
Health.
Someone said health. What else do we have?
Purity.
Oh, who said that? Who said that? Who said purity?
Me.
I can't see you. Sorry.
Aw,
Who's me?
your wife.
Oh, hi, babe. Okay. Listen
That's
to this.
not fair, Cherish.
Yeah, babe, you can't babe, you can participate. Just
Aw.
I know my love. I know, but let's give the rest of the team an opportunity here. You've been studying with me for the last like 5 years, so it's an unfair advantage. Okay. White means purity. White means purity. Blue means trust and honesty. Another question, not Cherish. What does the color red mean?
Excitement, energy.
Alert.
Alert, action, danger, desire, passion, right? It's a very strong color. So can someone tell me what red, white, and blue mean together?
Politics.
I love that. Because
honesty.
Power,
that?
power,
Yes.
united.
Let me ask you this question, better yet.
USA.
I was just going to ask that question. Whose flag has red, white, and blue? Honest, purity, and action.
Yeah.
The USA. The USA. Next question. What colors, now we're talking about politics. What color represents the Republican Party?
Blue.
Red.
Red.
And what color represents the Democratic Party?
Blue.
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 What color do you see Barack Obama wearing when he was in office? What colors would he wear?
Blue.
Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, somebody. You guys looking at your screen? Come on, somebody. You looking at your screen?
Blue.
Blue.
white.
Blue suit. Barack Obama, when he was in office, his most popular colors, if you were to go type him in right now, Barack Obama's colors were a blue suit, white button-up, blue tie. What colors does Donald Trump wear?
Red.
White.
He wears a blue suit, white shirt, red tie. Powerful. The psychology of color is true. What you wear affects the way that you perform. Look at this guy. Look at your screen right now. Could you imagine it? Could you imagine if Barack Obama walked on the podium like that and he was like, "Hey, you guys want to run for president here?" And and he was rocking a backwards hat, has a Nike logo right there, and he was like, "Yeah, both parties can come together." You're like, "Bro, what? Get the janitor off the stage or whatever, bro. Like, where's the president?" Type of thing. You would not trust his authority. He would not have credibility if he went behind the podium looking like that. But you would on the left-hand side. True or true?
True.
True. It's true. The number one of 5 characteristics of a top performing agent is they care about the way they dress. I'm hoping right now, my goal is that a lot of you are seeing this and you're like, damn, I had no idea that what I wore affected how I performed and the colors I wear affect how I perform. Number 2, on that same note, what colors do you think black, red, and green mean? If you were to see black, red, and green together, what would you say? I'm looking at the chat. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone. Black, red. Well, actually, let's start with black and red. What about black and red? What does that mean?
Authority.
Someone says
Power.
if you saw a big black sign with big red letters on it, how would it make you feel?
Gloomy.
Scared?
There's an echo in the chat.
Yeah.
Can you guys mute yourself just to double check, please? Thank you. Yes, black and red, authority, scared, danger. Think about this. On the freeway, what color are the signs? Big old red ones, do not enter, wrong way. Stop signs, big old red signs. Black and red together, very dangerous, very authoritative. You add a little bit of green on there, right? Now you have now it kind of gives you this weird feeling. Well, start thinking about what countries' flags have black, red, and green when we're talking about danger, excitement, and all that stuff. What kind of feeling? So when you now think about this. What color? What does red and yellow mean? Those two colors together. I'm showing you guys on the screen. What does red and yellow mean together?
McDonald's.
Come on, somebody. Let's get that happy meal going. Come on. I wish I had a happy button right there. Joy and happiness. Did you guys know that the colors red and yellow, when they're next to each other, they elicit an emotion of hunger? Did you guys know that? Did anyone know that? Drop them that in the Q&A or go ahead and No.
Yes.
Red and yellow, when they're together, elicit hunger. They make you hungry. They make you happy. They make you excited. Do you think that McDonald's accidentally found that out? No, they were intentional about it. They're like, if we're going to be marketing ourselves out there, we want people to be hungry because we sell food. We don't want to have a big black and red sign out there. So guess what? If McDonald's, if the United States of America, if politicians, if attorneys are all cognizant of the colors that they're wearing and how they dress and show up, what are the colors that are on your page right now saying about you? What is your blue button-up, your royal blue button-up with your checkered gray and red tie and your blue suit say about you when you're clashing these colors together? Ladies, your colors that you're wearing. What's the subconscious response that you're eliciting from your consumer when you're posting your pictures? Subconsciously, how is it making them feel? I want the wheels to start turning here.
Because it's crazy you say that, because it's so true. The first thing I go and I look at a profile, it is really true. The way you see what they're wearing makes you feel a certain way about them. So if they're constantly posting, they're constantly, whatever they are posting, it makes you feel a certain way about it. I never thought about how people see me, though. I always think about, like, how do I feel when I look like this? But then again, you have to think, again, we do work in a business where our image is, why would people work with us? So that is so true.
Let me drop it in the chat, you guys. Drop in the QA. Is this helpful, or is this kind of like, wow, opening your eyes? If it, like, let me know if like this is eye-opening. If you're like, whoa, never thought of it this way. How some of you right now are in your closet throwing clothes away. You're like, I got this dress, I got this jacket right now. Come on, somebody, drop it in the chat. Are you guys, is this helpful? Are you guys seeing a difference in there? Drop it in the Q&A, I should say, not the chat, the Q&A section. Drop it in there. I don't see anyone dropping anything yet, so I'm not moving. Oh, there we go. Okay, I wasn't scrolling down. That was my fault.
Hey, Gabe.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's Jose, man. I have a question just because I've noticed this and I don't know if it makes a difference. So does the demographic that you work with also depend? Because I feel like I've heard this a few times when someone's dressed up like in a suit and you got a lower income Hispanic family, sometimes they feel like super intimidated. Like, I don't know, like being a chameleon with the way we talk to people, I feel like that can also apply to the way we dress. And I've tried it, like you got your millennials, you dress it down sometimes. Like, do you dress, I've seen that you dress the same pretty much throughout, but do you think that makes a difference?
It does. Yeah. But again, it's the fewer people. So when you're talking about a demographic of everyone, so, for us, our demographic of people who are watching us, it'll affect fewer people. People never got fired because they were dressed too professionally.
Right.
No one ever got fired because you dressed up well. No one ever got fired because you spoke like a professional. You're going to have a small few people who feel intimidated, but again, you attract what you put out there. So yep. If you want that lower level type of client, and that's not to say that in a bad way at all, right? Lower income family, maybe we should say, but if you want that type of demographic, then absolutely, whatever you put out there, you're going to attract. So if you want to start working with farmers and agricultural, put on some boots and a hard hat and start doing more videos out in the fields. Start doing something like that to attract that type of person. So it all comes down to that. However, in my career, I've never showed up to a listing appointment not in a suit, and I've never gotten fired because I haven't done it. I probably, if I show up not in a suit and a jeans and a t-shirt, something more relaxed, I probably wouldn't get it. And I can tell you, I've seen listing agents walk out of a home in a blazer, t-shirt, jeans, and dress shoes. I'm walking into the house, they're walking out of it. I get it signed, they didn't. And I have a strong belief a lot of it had to do, the fact is I showed up as a professional. Now, if I had a strong relationship with my attorney or my doctor, eventually I wouldn't care about how they dressed. But if I showed up to my initial consultation with my attorney and this guy's chilling in a backwards cabin, some cowboy boots, just hanging out, having a good ass time, not caring about it, I'm going to say, if you don't have enough respect for me or for your own craft to show up and dress up and take a shower and do your hair and all that stuff, maybe you're not the guy for me, because that's going to be a reflection of how you show up in court. That's going to be a reflection of how you talk to the other people. I don't want a softie. I don't want someone who's sloppy. I want a freaking shark. I want someone who's going to go out there, kill it, and make sure that you represent me at the highest level. Your clients want the same thing. And now I'm just having a conversation with all of you. Your clients want the same thing. They want that shark. They're hiring you because they want you to go out there and negotiate the heck of a deal and go shake hands and kiss babies and get that offer accepted. Go out there and start mixing with people. And if you show up like you don't care like that, birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. I don't flock around with pigeons. Pigeons are lower level. They eat the bottom food. I'm the eagle. I fly high, higher altitude. There's few of us up there. It's a higher level of standard. And I'm hoping that I'm drilling this message into your head because I want to encourage a lot of you, not that you're not doing it already, but I want you to encourage a lot of you, put more thought process behind it and do it that way. Okay, we're running short on time. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, number 2. Oh, damn. Come on, somebody. Let's go. I don't know what happened right there, you guys. You guys are just pulling out the best of me, and I can't even see you guys today. Wow, let's go. We're dropping some fire today. Number 2, communication. The characteristics of a top performing agent. Number 2 is communication. Okay, so let's see here. I'm trying to minimize these things. Look at the chat at the same time. I don't have my double screen today. Characteristics is communication. Everyone can communicate, but few can connect. Your ability to connect with someone is based on this communication chart. Look at the communication chart, everyone. 55% of a person's decision of whether or not they say yes to you, they trust you, they hire you, they believe you, 55% of a person's decision has nothing to do with what you say and how you say it. Over 50% of a person's decision, whether they hire you or not, 50% of the yes or no comes from all the nonverbal communication cues. It's how you sit. It's what you do with your hands. It's that awkward twitch you have in your eye, or maybe you do this with your head, or maybe you scratch every now and then. It's the fidgeting of the fingers. It's the thing that you're not saying that you're communicating to them that makes over 50% of their decision. That is crazy. That is crazy. 55%. There was a study that was performed and it showed that 55% of that is done. 38% of a person's decision-making is based on your voice tone and your modulation and your pauses, your tonality, the quality of your voice. True or true? Do the presidents, actually no, true or false? Do the presidents of the United States, all of them, do they speak in a high-pitched tone where it's like this? And it's like, hi, I'm going to run the president. I'm the president of the United States. I'm going to protect you guys. And I'm going to make sure you guys are fought for. And I'm going to do that. Or are the presidents of the United States, are they speaking powerfully? And do they have a little rumble in their voice? And do they have a downswing at the end of their tone? Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, Candace Owens. We're talking about some of the most powerful, influential people in the world. Barack Obama, let me tell you something. Barack Obama was elected president because of his ability to communicate. The first African-American president in United States history won because of his ability to communicate. Yo, I don't care what your political views are. That boy was smooth. Barack Obama was smooth as ice. That boy got up on stage. I don't care if you had a bad day. He made you laugh. He giggled. He had that little smile, his little lip with there. He's like, yeah, what's going on, guys? I'm over here and, I got Donald Trump in the house over here. And he was just smooth and just flying off the chart. True or true, right?
True.
Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody.
He was
Right?
never nervous. He was always, he showed confidence.
Yep. So the characteristic number 2 of a top performing agent is communication skills. You got to be able to show up to a listing appointment, buyer consultation, video, and you got to be able to communicate authority with your body language and your vocal tonality. Good qualities: speak clearly, enunciate, articulate, powerful. You have a downswing. You're in control of your nonverbal cues. So you're not fidgeting and moving around doing that. Bad qualities: mumbling, speaking too fast or too slow, using too many words to explain a thought, upswings, and you're fidgety. What's an upswing? Well, think about your voice, right? This is a monotone tonality right now. My tonality is monotone, which means it doesn't go up. I don't inflect any words. I don't do anything like that at all. My tone is mono. And then this is, now when I'm inflecting certain words, I have a downswing, meaning at the very last word that I choose to speak, I can go up and I can go up and up and up. And at the very last thing, my voice ends up coming back down and it falls off a cliff. That's called the downswing. Listen to any powerful speaker. You want to make sure you're incorporating a downswing at the end of your sentences. If you catch yourself swinging up at the end of your sentences, you sound like you're questionable, like you don't believe you. So it sounds like something like this, and maybe, and you know who does this a lot? Hispanics. Us as Latinos, we do this a lot. We say something like this, like, hey, did you guys see? I heard that music was good. No, or like, right? At the very end, our voice goes up, like, no, like, hey, that was good. No, and our voice goes up at the very end. I know a lot of you Latinos are laughing. That's probably you doing that at the very end, like, no, right? Yeah, exactly. Come on, somebody, let's go. You can be real. It's okay. But your voice swings up at the very end, like, right? No. When you do that, you sound questionable and you don't sound like you're in an authoritative position. Authoritative people speak with downswings. Like, isn't that the right thing, correct? Like, it's the same thing, but I'm just swinging down in my voice. So make sure you're inflecting that. I live in downtown, so I don't know, someone's getting chased right now. You guys can hear all that in the background. Okay. Elements of vocal delivery. Write these down or take a screenshot. Write these down or take a screenshot. Write these down or take a screenshot. Elements of vocal delivery. You have your pitch. Your pitch is how high or how low your voice can fluctuate. So it's like, oh, way up here. I'm like, my pitch is up here versus my pitch is all the way down here. That's my pitch. Find a pitch. Find a really healthy pitch. Here's an exercise. Everyone sit back in your chair really fast. I can't see any of you, so I'm going to trust that you're doing it. Everyone sit back in your chair. Sit back in your chair. Here we go. I almost said that like my family share. Everyone sit back in your chair. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? I want you, so don't do this yet. I want you to take a deep breath in your nose The biggest one, listen to the result. I have 20 minutes left and I'm only on number 2. Crap, we're going really slow. Okay, listen to this. Deep breath in your nose. Let me ask you this. I can speed this up and not go through this one by one. Let me know. Is this helpful for you guys that I'm stopping and going down these tangents? We only have 12.
Yeah,
Powerful,
that's helpful.
Powerful.
Helpful? Okay.
Very helpful.
Helping you guys? Yes. Drop it in the chat. Is it helping you guys? Yes. I see some people said yes. I want to make sure the majority's on board with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Chat, drop in the Q&A. We're good. Elizabeth said yes. Okay, good. All right. We're going to spend a little more time. Here we go. I want everyone to sit back and you're going to take a deep breath in your nose. And the first breath that you take in your nose, it's 2 breaths. 2 breaths is going to equal 1. So as you go inhale through your nose, you're going to expand your lungs and your belly. Your lungs are going to go left and right, and your belly is going to go front and back. So think about expanding your belly really big. That's the first breath. You're not going to exhale yet. And then the second breath, you're gonna fill the rest of your lungs up with air. So again, first breath looks like this. Second breath, while you hold it in, looks like this. You're gonna hold that in. We're gonna hold it for 2 seconds, and then you're gonna exhale. But when you exhale, I want you to moan on the way out. I know it sounds weird. Your spouse might walk by, your kids might look by, or someone else might like, what the hell is she doing over there, right? But it's okay. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Here's an example of it. Ready? Watch me, listen to me. It's gonna go. That point, that is your natural sounding tone. That's your healthy vocal tone. Identify that. Now listen to me very carefully before I have all of you do it. I want you to be very aware of how it feels. How does it feel in your belly? How does it feel in your throat? Listen to what I'm telling you. When you go, I want you to feel what it feels like in your ribs and your belly, feel what it feels like in your throat, and then try to replicate that feeling every time you speak. That is your natural, powerful tone. You should not be nasally all the way up here. You shouldn't be down here trying to force it. It's your natural voice. When you can find that natural voice, it comes out powerful. All right, we're gonna do the exercise together. Ready? Everyone sit back in your chair. Sit back, everyone sit back. Let's go, sit back. Here we go. All right, ready? On the count of 3, we're all gonna take 2 breaths and hold it for 2 seconds. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. Hold it in. Let it out. That is your natural sounding pitch of where your voice should be. That's the healthy pitch. Number 2, you have the volume. Volume is simple, how loud you're being. It can be like this loud and have the same pitch. I can be this loud, have a different pitch. I can be this loud and have a different pitch. The volume and the pitch are completely different. Volume is volume, it's how loud you are. Pitch is where you're at in your vocal variety. Now your pace, right? People in the East Coast, they speak really fast. Like, hey, what's going on, man? Puerto Rican, hey, what's going on? Latinos, we're all like speaking really fast, right? But people in like Texas, they're very slow. Hey, y'all, how's it going out there? Like, what's going on, buddy? I don't know if they speak like that. I watched a bunch of movies. That's the way they speak in movies. But anyways, you get my point. The pace is how quickly you're speaking. Then you have your timbre. It's the emotional quality of the tone of your voice and communication. It's the attitude. It's the charisma. It's the sound that your voice reverberates. So, for example, when I'm speaking right now, can you guys hear the like the little rumble, like the little it would almost look like this visually. It's like that little rumble in my voice. It's a little something. That's called timbre. Now I can try to remove my timbre. This is me removing my timbre. I picked up my pitch a little bit, and now I don't have that little fluctuation in my voice. I don't have timbre right now. I'm not speaking with timbre. This right here, I'm speaking with timbre. Now I have a little more color to my voice. It adds emotional quality to it. That's how important your voice is. Barack Obama. So you guys want to study some good people? Study Barack Obama if you're a guy. Study Bill Clinton if you're a guy. And if you're a woman, I want you to study Candace Owens, Michelle Obama, and Hillary Clinton. Those are some of the most influential women in the world who won the country over using their voice. Okay, last thing is inflection. I didn't put it on here. Inflection. Okay, no, I gotta move on. Here are some ideas to help you develop strong communication skills. Number 1, vocal exercises to strengthen your diaphragm. Please scroll back on my old videos on Instagram. I sound way different. I have been strengthening my diaphragm and doing vocal exercises for the last 8 years. Every single morning, I do vocal exercises to strengthen my voice because I need to sound powerful. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big dude. I'm 5'7". I weigh 180. You know, I'm handsome and whatever, but I'm not the tallest guy. But so I have to make up for it in other ways. My stature, my voice have to be powerful. I've been practicing it because the psychology shows that people with powerful voices get paid more money. CEOs and high-ranking C-level executives make more money because they have a powerful voice. You'll never find a president or a first lady who does not have a powerful communication or a powerful voice. That is true. Number two, so vocal exercises, go look some up online on YouTube. Number two, tongue twisters. Ryan Serhant does this too. If you read his book, he does tongue twisters every single morning. I want who thinks they're really good at tongue twisters? Someone unmute their mic. Who's really good at tongue twisters? Come on, somebody. All right, that's Diana. Was that you?
Yeah. Okay,
Diana, I want you to say unique New York 10 times fast.
Unique New York, unique New York.
Come on,
Unique New York, 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 unique New York. Yeah, it's tough.
I love it, right? So it's unique New York, 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 unique New York. It is very difficult. When you start doing these tongue twisters, you're going to start to identify how weak the muscles are in your tongue and how much more you need to begin strengthening them. Not only that, how much more you have to develop your diaphragm, because the diaphragm also gives your voice strength. So thank you for stepping up, Diana. Silent round of applause for you. Thank you for taking that shot. I know how difficult that is. You're the only one out of all 30 of us who did that. The next exercise you can do to help you become a better communicator, take 2 of your fingers. All right, I want you to do this right now. Take 2 of your fingers, and I want you to place them next to your lips, just like this. And this is going to help you enunciate your words. You're going to practice this for a couple of minutes every single day. I don't care what sentences you recite, but just recite sentences. And when you speak, the objective of the exercise is to have your top lip go above your top finger and your bottom lip go below your bottom finger like this. And so when you speak, you are forced to open your mouth just like this. It's going to look a little weird in the beginning, but now you're engaging your facial muscles, your jaw muscles, your tongue, your diaphragm, and you are forced to open your mouth to talk. Number 4, 60-second popcorn. This is basically sit in a group of people and you guys are going to ask each other a question randomly. You're going to pick someone randomly and you guys are going to time them 60 seconds. That person has 60 seconds to answer the question. It has to be a cogent answer, meaning it has to be a thoughtful answer. It has to relate to the question, and someone's going to track all of their ahs and ums. And you're going to just do that in an exercise together until all of you get really good at giving solid 60-second answers without any filler words. And then lastly, listen to other influential speakers to help you improve your speaking. Now I have to go really fast because we're really behind. Number 3, write this down. The characteristics of a top performing agent. They are accountable. They are accountable. Here we go. They are accountable to what they say they do, their leaders and their coaches, their clients, and their calendar. Top performing agents are accountable to their commitments. They don't need to be pulled because they push from the front. Oh, I know that resonated with some of you out there. I know some of you were like, damn, what did he just, that's speaking to me right there. How many of you have to get reminded? How many of you have to get checked in with? How many of you have someone has to follow up with you to check in if you did your job? How many of you are constantly being pushed from behind? I need some motivation. I need some inspiration. How many of you? Be honest. That's okay. This is a safe space. Thank you, Yaneli. Thank you for being bold enough to raise your hand and say, I am. Thank you. Jen says, me too. This is your, another 2 appeal. Thank you, guys. This is your opportunity for you to recognize that and say, top performers don't do that. Top performers are excellent in every area of their life. They don't have to be told to go to the gym, told to follow up, told to upload their database, told to do the data entry at the end of the day, told to go do an open house, told to follow the procedure of how to do an open house, told to check in with their leads. Top performers don't do that because the top performer is too busy in the front, leading from the front, showing people how to do it, getting it done. That's who you are becoming. Number 4, top performers are confident. Confidence, the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. In order to be confident, I want you to do the following things. Write this down. In order to be confident, because most of us are not going to go back and look at this. To be confident, I want you guys to write this down. In order to be confident, do the following things. Number one, master your profession. Real estate agents, all of us on this call, you want to increase your confidence? You want to be the most confident person in real estate? Confidence comes from knowing. I want you to go know your contracts, know your processes, know your systems, create procedures, pick a niche, go deep, don't go wide. Master your profession. All of my new agents that joined the Gabe Mendez group, ask them. One of the requirements in order to join the team at the end of the 90-day expectation period is you must have taken the transaction coordinator class and get all 5 certificates. You must do that. And we just actually had a call just yesterday with one of our friends, one of our agents. You have to do that because I know for a fact, once you take that class, you're going to come out so confident. Gabe, I know my stuff. I know the contracts. I know this before you even close the deal. Number 2, confidence comes from mastering your skills that are associated with your profession. So what skills should real estate agents be focusing on? Communication skills, sales skills, interpersonal skills, negotiations, marketing, being a leader, managing finances. These are the skills that you need to master if you want to become a top performing agent and be confident in your business. Look, I have a business plan. I have a financial plan. I have real estate investments. I work out every freaking day. I know my contracts. I know my processes. I'm studying to get my broker's license right now. Like, I'm a confident person because I study my craft, and I don't build a business based on accident. I'm not an accidental agent. I do things intentional, which is why I thank God, all glory to God, that he's given me the wisdom to see that in advance. And now I go out and apply it every single day. And every year our business is growing. Number 3, you have to physically be confident. I want you guys to, I can't see you guys, so we're not going to have you do this exercise together, but normally I would have you do eye contact with each other. I would have you look into the camera and stare into the camera and make eye contact. Get comfortable with eye contact. Number 1, physically, eye contact. Number 2, firm handshakes. None of this my little fingers over here and you put it out right there. Ask my wife. Is my wife still on the call? We had a very big training on how to shake hands when we first started dating. My love, are you still here? And if you talk to my wife and you shake her hand, you can ask any man any hand she's ever shaken in the last 8 years that we've been together. They'd be like, damn, that's an amazing handshake you have. Because I expect my daughter, I expect my son, I expect my wife, I expect my team, I expect every single person that I'm around to come off as a confident person. And sticking out your hand like this and looking away really fast isn't confident. That's not how you're going to land $1 million deal. That's not how you're going to make over 100,000 in real estate, by sticking out your hand and doing that. Handshakes look like this. Look at your screen. Ready? Let me make sure I can see myself. I got 7 minutes. I got to go really fast. Make sure this part of the hand is meeting that part of the other hand. So you're going in like this and you're locking in. And to make your handshake even more powerful, if you have a smaller hand like I do, then this is what you want to do. You lock them in here, take your index finger and extend it out. Extend it out. So it looks like this on the other side, but on the other side, you extend your finger out. It gives your hand more presence during that shake. Is this helping you guys? You guys are really quiet. You guys are falling asleep on me or something like that. Am I still here? Do I see you guys?
No, this is so good. Yeah, this is so good.
I got one person saying it's good. What about everyone else? Q&A.
So good. So good.
Leo likes everything I do. Thank you, Leo. I love you. Let me see it. Drop in the Q&A. Is this helpful, you guys? Okay, good.
I'm a Gabe fan. I'm a Gabe fan, bro.
Thank you, bro. Love you for that one, man. Love you for that one. Okay. Posture. Ladies, I know how uncomfortable this is. I have this conversation with all the ladies on my team. You got to stop rolling your shoulders forward. I get it. Trust me, I understand that conversation completely. You got to stop rolling your shoulders forward. It's very gumpy. It's very slumpy. It doesn't look confident at all. Pull your shoulders back, arch your back slightly, and pull your chin up a little bit. Men, same thing. Shoulders back, chin up, arch your back slightly. This is how you should be walking naturally. Take a look at the picture that I'm just showing you right now. Look at Michelle Obama. Her shoulders aren't rolled forward. She has a powerful stance. Her legs are opened. Take a look at Cristiano Ronaldo on the bottom left, the image that I'm showing you guys. Look at his stance. Does that look like someone who's weak and not in control? Or does that look like a man who's freaking ready to dominate and go take this victory and take territory and win? Number 2, 3, speed of your walk. Walk 15% faster than you normally walk when you're in rooms. It's going to show more confidence. Physically, lastly, use fewer words to express yourself. When you use fewer words, you seem in control and you look more confident. The more a person talks, the less confident they appear to be, and the less educated they appear to be. Confident people are chill. Let's talk about Christian Grey for a second. 50 Shades of Grey. Woo! I'm a big fan of Christian Grey. You don't see that boy talking fast for a lot. He's just a couple of words. Every scene you see him, he's like, oh, da, da, da. You're like, oh, Christian Grey, wow. Okay, next thing. Sorry, going on a tangent. All right. How do I get out of this? What's going on with my slides? What's going on with my slides? Hold up, guys. 1 second. Oh, what's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay. Number 5, characteristics of a top performing agent. We got 3 minutes. Here we go. Coaching. Can someone tell me who this is? Someone tell me who this is.
Grover.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Yes, I love that. Tim Grover. Tim Grover, Michael Jordan's coach, the greatest basketball player, well, up until a couple of days ago, depending on what you're ranking them on. But that was Michael Jordan's coach. He was also Dwayne Wade's coach. He was also Kobe Bryant's coach. He was the guy behind these guys. He was their personal coaches, their life coaches, all of that. Can someone tell me who this is? Come on, somebody. I know it's a funny looking photo. We all have a lot of jokes inside of us that we want to say. Let's not say them. Come on, who is it? Here we go. That's Wayne Gretzky's coach. That's Glenn Sather. Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time. That was his personal coach. Who's this guy? That one's just a joke. It's actually my uncle. No, I'm kidding. It's not my uncle. That's Serena Williams' coach. That's Patrick M. Serena Williams' personal coach. She's one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Who's this guy right here? This one really is my uncle. I was just kidding about the last one. Psych, I'm not kidding. That's Tom Brady's coach, Alex Guerrero, the greatest football player of all time. That was his personal coach, the guy he goes to, he cries to, and all that stuff. What is my point to all of you? What did you learn? If at first you don't succeed, try doing what your coach told you to do the first time. And if you don't have a coach, get one. And for those who are in the winner's circle, you have me as a coach, you have Leo as a coach, Monica Singer as a coach. You have access to 7 of the best coaches in the entire real estate game. And if you're not part of the winner's circle and you don't have a coach, I highly suggest you send me a direct message and find out how you can be part of it. Because you are like, if you want to become great, just like the Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Serena Williams, all these people of all time, if you want to be great, you have to be coached by the best. Join the Winner's Circle group. Let me show you how we can help you take your business to the next level with all of that. The 5 top characteristics of a top performing agent is they care about the way they dress, they care about their communication, they're accountable to each other and themselves, they're confident, and they get coaching. They're coached by people. With that said, we finished at 11:58 a.m. Come on, somebody. Was this helpful? Did you guys get some fire gold out of this?
Okay.
That was
Very
amazing.
good.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I want you guys to go out there, conquer the world, become the best agent that you guys can possibly become. And with that said, everyone take their phone out really quick. Everyone take their phone out. I can't see your faces, but you guys can see mine. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you guys an honest question right now. I have one more thing I want to bring up before we end this call. Do you believe that in your heart, do you believe that if your friends who's in real estate, your old agents you used to work with were part of this coaching system, that their business would grow, their mindset would grow? Be honest. Be honest.
Yes, 100%. 100%, yes.
Okay. It is selfish of us to not market, document, and post this on social. It is selfish of us because we know in our hearts that there's something special here at the Winner's Circle Mastermind group, and we're not unlocking it to other people. Your other friends and everyone else, they're being, traditional brokerages, getting coached by managers and brokers who aren't even selling properties anymore. Here we get the best coaches who are in top levels of production. You guys just got Angel Hernandez, who does 200 listings per year. Our team, over 100 sales per year. We're now in multiple states. There's something special happening here. Take your phone out. Let's take a picture. Let's tag each other and let's show people how fun the freaking culture is and how fun it can be to make money together and grow. So everyone take their phone out. Here we go. I can't see none of you, but that's okay. We're going to do this together. All right, here we go. Ready? One, let me show my face. I can smile. 1, 2, and 3. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not part of the winner circle, reach out to who invited you here. And if no one invited you and it was, send me a DM, we'll get you guys part of the coaching group. It's zero money to join. And the rest of you guys, go be excellent, dominate the world, go be your best, become the best person you can be. I'll see you guys on the next call. God bless. Have a good day. Peace.
Bye. Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you.
Thank you.